The final item of business today is the members' business debate on motion number 11929 in the name of Hans Al Malik on the Taliban's attack on a school in Peshawar. This debate will be concluded without any questions being put, and I would be grateful if those members who wish to speak in the debate could press the request to speak buttons now. I call on Hans Al Malik to open the debate. 7 minutes, please.
Thank you and good afternoon, Presiding Officer. The terrorist attacks like the ones in Lockerbie, Paris and the massacre in the school in Peshawar in Pakistan on 18th of December 2014 is a stark reminder of reality that the world is in conflict today. The Peshawar school massacre is a horror story that drives home a powerful image of what the people of Pakistan are facing on a daily basis. In a country that is sadly used to bad news, the deaths of 141 people, including 132 children, were shocking and disastrous. The events in Peshawar brought home the stark brutality of this conflict. There is no apparent strategy or political aim behind the attack apart from spreading terror. This was terrorism in its purest form. The Taliban wanted to show that they could and would attack anybody, anytime, anywhere. However, this very personal attack, with gunmen going from classroom to classroom, shooting children at point-blank range, has brought about a very strong response from within Pakistan itself. The country's civilian and military leaders are now standing side by side for the first time to frame a model and clear country's anti-terrorist strategy. It is at this watershed moment that Pakistan needs international support and understanding more than any other time. Since the attacks on the Twin Towers in September 11, 2001, that marked a turning point in the way terrorism and Muslims have been viewed, it is important to remember that terrorism harms people all over the world, not just in the West. In Pakistan, over the past 13 years, more than 70,000 people have lost their lives due to terrorism. The economy damage to the country is estimated at more than $80 billion. This is a price Pakistan simply cannot afford to pay. For things to change, we have to consider the link between poverty and literacy and the terror threat that Pakistan Taliban pose. The word Taliban simply means student. Poor people send their boys to madrasas or religious schools, as it is sometimes the only means in which they can get a formal education of any sort. Over time, these schools have become the recruiting ground for terrorist organizations who prey on poor, disadvantaged young people who have little hope of finding any employment. Hence, Pakistan's huge energy shortage has resulted in hurting the industry, increasing unemployment and creating more unrest. Factories without power have closed down, laying off workers who would normally provide for their families and help the country's economy. And also, I am sure that many of us here are aware of the close links, historic links, with Pakistan, going back to the days of the British Empire, when soldiers from the region fought with us in the First and Second World Wars. Pakistan was created in 1947 with many of the country's institutions, such as education and the judiciary, still modelled on the British system. Today, relations between Pakistan and Scotland have developed, with Pakistan diaspora making an important contribution to the economy of Scotland. Scottish organisations also enjoy twinnings with Pakistan, such as schools, colleges, universities, children's hospitals, and the cities like Lahore and Glasgow. So, when there is trouble in Pakistan, it troubles our hearts in our Scottish communities as well. Whether we have lost family, friends, or relatives, it is at times like this that relations between Scotland and Pakistan should be the great source of strength. The work Gordon Brown has undertaken in supporting literacy in Pakistan as the United Nations Special Envoy for Global Education has and will continue to have a huge impact on the country for generations to come. The British Council is also reopening its libraries in July in this year, hopefully, in a bid to win hearts and minds and help deal with the challenge of illiteracy in Pakistan. We in Scotland should look at the Pakistan country plan to see how we can play our part in bringing prosperity to our friends in Pakistan and explore the possibility of working together as we have tried to do so historically. So, Presiding Officer, I also believe we need to remember all those around the world who have lost loved ones through terrorist attacks, direct or indirect. We must be united to stand firm against these acts, support one another and fight this cancer, particularly in countries like Pakistan, who can't do it alone, and we know that. We need to show Pakistan is no longer alone, and its allies and its true friends have rallied round in supporting the government and the people of Pakistan. Never abandon allies. It is essential that people of Pakistan realize they have friends in Scotland and they will stand shoulder to shoulder with them in good times and bad. And I pray to God we will continue to do so and have every opportunity to deliver those types of promises. Presiding Officer, Lahore and Glasgow in particular have a very warm and a very deep understanding and a very working good relationship. We have had many exchanges through the years. The twinning has played a very important role in being able to identify friends that we can work together. Every time we have had any issues in Scotland, our friends in Lahore have always sent us their sympathies and their support. And I thought it only appropriate that we do the same. And I hope that the people in Pakistan will appreciate the fact that the Scottish Government and the Parliament has gone its way to openly declare its support for them. Thank you.